you guys for your attention again. Just want to take a quick moment to announce our new speaker here, Lynn Perrine. And Lynn is an acupuncturist. She is an expert in Chinese medicine. And she's going to be giving you a nice talk today on stress and how it affects your life and what you can do about it. So, Lynn.
Thank you everyone for being here. I know on a Saturday there's a lot of other things you can be doing, so I appreciate that. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I started out in traditional nursing. I trained at Jackson as an RN, graduated in 1975, and was out there working ICU, CCU, dialysis, primary care med surg. And I was there long enough to realize that people kept coming in to the hospital for different things, and it was like, isn't anybody teaching you how to stay out of here? Don't you have anything better to do with your life? And then I decided to create a career for myself doing just that, teaching people how to be well. And I got adopted by two of the foremost people, the early people back in the late 70s that were doing health promotion and wellness. Don Ardell, who wrote High Level Wellness and Planning for Wellness, and Dr. John Travis, who's an MD who was from California, who hung out a sign in his waiting room saying, if you're going to sue someone, you'll have to sue yourself because I don't carry malpractice, and I'm going to teach you how to take care of yourself. He had nutritionists, he had psychologists, he had all these different allied health professionals with him. So he had the world's first wellness resource center in Mill Valley, California, and those were my mentors. So I've been in the field a long time. I'm a recognized expert in the field of wellness. I've gone internationally. I helped start corporate wellness programs, this whole concept in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, and I've been to Russia and Poland as a preventive medicine delegation from the United States. So I love wellness, and I've been committed to it for a long time, and hopefully many years in the future. So then after that, okay, in fact, my first consulting business that I have as a wellness consultant was called Planning for Wellness after Don Ardell's book. And then I decided, after being out there for a while doing that, to go back to school and study Chinese medicine, because I found out that Chinese medicine was very prevention oriented. And I was frustrated with the Western medical doctors that weren't doing anything but just seeing people for 3 to 5 minutes, giving them prescriptions, sending them out the door. So I said, I want to be a doctor and change the system. But I realized that by the time I got out, I'd probably forget why I went in there. So I decided to do Chinese medicine, because in China, the doctors were paid when people stayed well. If people got sick, the Chinese doctors were not doing their job. So I went back, studied Chinese medicine, and I integrate Eastern and Western medicine in my practice. And I've taken ongoing courses from the University of Miami, an integrative and complementary academic medicine program, where it's now very state-of-the-art to be looking at epigenetics, how environment and how lifestyle impact one's health. And your food, for example, is information. It's not just something that you're eating to stay alive. It's information that's actually turning on and off how your genes express. So these are the things that I'm into, and I really love what I do. And it's a pleasure to be here with you today. So I have a practice in the Kendall area, and I see patients. I get results where no one else does, because I take the time to really listen to people, to hear their story, and to find out what's really going on with them. And they may have seen 4, 5, 6 other practitioners before they get to me. So a lot of times people don't seek out people such as myself until it's like they've done everything else. They're frustrated and they don't know where to turn. So anyway, we get great results, and we really care about our patients. So let me just tell you, how many people know about acupuncture and Chinese medicine? Great. How many of you have had it? How many people like it? Yeah, okay, all right. So probably I'm preaching to the choir here. All right, so Qi, vital force. It's everywhere, right? We have the blood, okay? That's the fluids of the body, and blood is the life, our livingness, okay? This is going to be like a 1-week seminar in 30 minutes, so bear with me, okay? So we have the Qi pushes the blood is the life in us, and then we have the blood and the nervous system, of course, going to all of our various organs, okay? And so those organs are being fed, all right, and nourished, and we want to keep this stuff going. So the Qi is everywhere and is the immaterial essence of, we breathe it in when we breathe. Okay, and I know there's somebody here doing yoga and we talk about deep breathing and meditation. All of this is related. So the chi, the blood, and the organs. Okay, we have tissues, organs, bones. So this is our body. And when all of this is flowing and balanced, we have normal function. Correct? Makes sense? And we experience, we don't notice our body too much, right? We have an ease about us. We feel good, okay? But when this chi is not flowing right, okay, it gets stagnated. The chi isn't pushing the blood. You get what's called in Chinese medicine chi stagnation, okay? When the chi isn't pushing the blood, guess what happens? You get blood stagnation. It means the blood's not moving. When you get blood stagnation, you get things like pain. Okay? And then obviously, the organs are not functioning. The body's going to be affected. And instead of having normal function, you're going to have abnormal function. And instead of ease, you're going to have dis-ease. Okay? Out of balance, out of harmony. Okay? So that's in essence what happens to the body. So we want.
What's the chi? Sorry to interrupt.
Chi is the vital life force that is in everything that exists. It's a universal energy.
Okay.
Yes, yes. I'd like to, if we could please hold all questions till the end, so I can kind of.
Okay.
But that was a good question, and that's key to your understanding everything else.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand chi, right, right? So the topic of stress. Is all stress bad?
No.
No. There's a good kind of stress. It's called eustress. Okay? When you get a promotion, when you get married, when you're having a baby, you buy a new house. We're not going to talk about that today, though, because I know you're here to hear about the other kind of stress. Nobody hears stress, right? That's the title of the talk. Stressed out? Who? Me? Oh, no, right? We're just, if you're breathing, you're stressed nowadays, right? So let's talk about what are some of the symptoms of being stressed. You guys tell me. Yes?
Shortness of breath.
Okay.
Headaches.
Okay.
Muscle tension.
Yep.
Heart palpitation.
Yep.
Clenched teeth.
Clenched teeth.
Fatigue.
Fatigue. Anybody feel it in your gut?
Yeah.
Digestive issues?
Yeah.
Trouble
Stomach
sleeping.
problems. Stomach problems.
Yeah, it could be constipation, gas, bloating, GERD, gastroesophageal reflux. How about trouble sleeping? Did you ever have so much on your mind you couldn't stop your mind? You know, you're tired, but you're so wired you just can't seem to sleep. Right? Forgetting to breathe. That goes into the shortness of breath thing. Exactly. Pain, hormonal imbalances, right? Sometimes your menstrual cycle might be off. Okay, you might have problems conceiving a baby if you were trying to get pregnant. Okay, all of these things, all right? Headache, fatigue, digestive problems, insomnia, and that could be difficulty falling asleep, waking up once you're asleep, or, you know, just getting up and not feeling rested in the morning. You feel like you didn't even sleep when you get up. Okay, sometimes that happens to people. So, sleep problems, all right, we call it insomnia, okay? And obviously traumas to the body, they're gonna be stressful. But we're not gonna have time to talk about all of that. I just wanted to give you a sense of how stress manifests in your own body. And you know that for yourself. You'll have your own unique way, okay? So that's why the kind of medicine that we deliver is important, because it treats everyone as an individual. So we have a unique way of looking at the body, and I'm kind of helping to redefine the doctor-patient relationship in that we take time to listen and to hear what's really going on with you, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and look at the whole person. So, stress, okay? Fight or flight. Anybody hear that response? Hans Selye was an expert in stress many, many years ago. He had a scale, and if you checked off so many things going on in your life, you know, you were more likely to have a disease happen, okay? So, cortisol has definitely a role in the stress response, and we have to acknowledge that when we get stressed, our heart rate goes up, our blood pressure goes up, the Insulin shoots into our bloodstream to help our body to prepare for fighting that saber-toothed tiger, okay? Blood pressure will go up and all of that. But as those things are going up, guess what's going down? Our digestion, our elimination, our immune system, things of reproduction, things are not critical for our survival, they're going to be like suppressed. So there's this delicate balance of all the hormones and the endocrine glands in the body, and it has to be maintained. And they're exquisitely designed biofeedback. You know, when the powers that be designed us, it's just incredible the miracle that you are, your human body, as far as the function. But we can get out of balance, and we do get out of balance. And we are all around so many things outside of ourselves, but also don't we create a lot of stress for ourselves by fear, negativity, worry, obsessing, all the things, you know, just look at what has happened with the internet. We're being inundated by information, and so there's this time pressure that we're all feeling. It's like we're rats on a maze, and we have to make a point to actually stop and get off that maze. So that's where a good health coach, you know, and I consider myself that, you know, a wellness consultant, a health coach, helping people learn to put their lives back in balance. And they say genes load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. So as I talked about the field of epigenetics, it's the medicine of the future, and guess what? The future is here now, because we must pay attention to the main determinants of health, and I'll tell you what those are. They've done studies. Believe it or not, 40% of it is socioeconomic factors. Now here at the Center for Social Change, that's not going to surprise any of you, okay? 40% social economic factors. 30% lifestyle. 10% environment, okay, so that linked together, add that up, that's like 80% of it is lifestyle related, basically. And then you've got genetics, and you've got the fact of the healthcare system itself being maybe 10%. But believe it or not, you are not doomed by your genes. If you had something in your family, it doesn't mean that you're going to have it. You know, how you eat, how you live, it matters. It's going to turn on and off how these genes express. You have control over how those genes are going to express. You can't change your genes, no, but you can change how they express by the choices that you make each and every day. Okay? So what are some things, again, I'm really kind of cutting this down to some very practical things, okay, that you can be doing. Get your blood sugar under control. People don't realize, but what they eat really matters. We need to be eating a healthy fat, high quality protein, fiber-laden diet to help move things along in our system and to get good quality nutrients. And we want to not only get the nutrients, but we want to be absorbing those nutrients, okay? We want to eat more whole foods and nothing packaged or boxed. That's not a live food, okay? A live food is something that's growing in the ground or came from the ground. Not that I'm advocating that everybody should be vegetarians, no. It's not for everybody. But we should be living much more closer to the earth and try to avoid any kind of processed or foods with chemicals. We are around enough chemicals in the air, the water, the environment, all the electromagnetic radiation that we're all around. So we should try to avoid all of that for good health, okay? If we want to be less stressed, let's heal up our guts so that the food that we eat, the good nutritious food, gets absorbed properly and it circulates, it comes in, gets digested, and then gets eliminated. And believe it or not, digestion starts where?
Your mouth.
In your mouth, by chewing your food very, very slowly. And Eastern medicine acknowledges, what do we have, 32 teeth? We should be chewing each bite of food 32 times to get the saliva going in our mouth. But what do? We eat fast, and we're trying to wolf it down or eat on the run or whatever. We need to really slow our eating down, be more mindful, and you'll be absorbed better, and you'll have better digestion, okay? So heal your gut, and you need to be able to absorb your nutrients, and you need to be able to get rid of the toxins, and that came up earlier. Somebody was asking about that. The liver detoxifies, but your skin detoxifies when you breathe. You know, there's many different ways that our body has of taking care of itself. We don't want to get in the way. We want to stop doing the things that are harming us, and we want to start doing things that are known to be good for us. So that's what I'm trying to do today, is give you a few things that you can be doing, perhaps different than you ever did before. Maybe you haven't worried about how much sleep you get, but that's a very critical factor in staying well. Okay, high levels of stress really do mess up our sleep. I'm sure you've noticed that. You can be too tired, but also too wired to sleep. Not a good thing, okay? So you want to start turning off your electronics an hour before you go to bed, because electromagnetic radiation does affect you, okay? You can do things like take an Epsom salt bath, maybe, to help relax you, which is rich in magnesium. You can do meditation, you can have a cup of tea. Green tea has a lot of good stuff in it. And there's a tea called golden milk tea. You could also have that. How about exercise? How many of you exercise regularly? That's a good thing. But did you know too much exercise is a bad thing? Maybe you didn't realize that. You can get too much exercise. If your cortisol is already high, okay, if you're stressing out your adrenal glands, which are sitting above your kidneys, okay, and they're in control of like 30 or 50 different processes in your body, okay, very, very important as far as hormonal control in the body. But it can backfire, okay? Too much exercise, too much cardio at one time when your cortisol is already high is really going to cause problems. It's going to cause you to store more fat. Okay, have you noticed, some of you who have been trying to lose weight, that maybe you're exercising every day, you're trying to eat a good diet, but you're just not losing weight, and you wonder, what am I doing wrong, right? I'm exercising 2 hours a day or whatever. It may be that you're exercising too much. So what's a good kind is to do interval training, okay? Do some weight training, do some yoga, walking, all those are very good for the metabolism. But not too many people in our culture are over-exercising, I've got to tell you. So let's be clear about that. I'm usually trying to get people to do more exercise rather than less, right? So how many people here feel the time crunch of more and more to do, more and more on my plate, not enough time to do it, right? Be honest. Let's see our hands, right? Okay.
I mean, want to do many things at the same time.
Multitasking, right? That's stressful? Hey, really? Okay, so how about learning to say no? Have you thought about learning to be a little more assertive? Okay, we can overcommit ourselves, can't we? We feel a lot of pressure to say yes to everybody, and then pretty soon, oh my God, you know, we have that panic, all right? So instead of saying no to your boss when your boss piles more on your desk, you could say, not now, I can't get to that now, okay? If he's trying to load up your work, you could start, okay, and say something like, which other responsibilities would you like me to put on hold to make this a priority? Okay, you don't have to let people just dump things on your desk and need more and more and more, you know. So we have to learn to be a little assertive. Now how about some supplements that might reduce stress? Are there some? You bet there are, okay? But you've got to know what's good for your body, okay? Some of the things that we look at are amino acids, okay? And you have to know, are you getting enough amino acids? The way to do that is to check. It's like having your car examined, right? When you take your car in, all right, does the guy just walk along the outside and he says, oh, the car is fine, and you believe him? No, he's got to look in the hood, he's got to check the electrical system, check the oil, da-da-da-da. So we have to do diagnostic testing periodically if we want to maintain our wellness, to find out what is the status of our biochemistry, what's going on in our blood, in our urine, you know, have all that checked out. Maybe have a saliva test here. You know, there's very sophisticated testing now, which is very, very accurate and very prevention-oriented. So you can even do genetic testing to see if you have what's called SNPs, where you're just not able to absorb it. But those things can be corrected a lot of the times. So basically, we want to look at amino acids such as GABA, G-A-B-A, and L-theanine is another one that someone might possibly be wanting to supplement. And a quick way to get that is in green tea. So that's a natural way to get that. How about things like adaptogens? Anybody who's into herbs has heard of ashwagandha and rhodiola. So without saying more, I'll just plant the seeds that those are two very good preparations for helping with adapting to stress and trying to support the immune system, the metabolism, and your energy level, okay? Because we all want to have more energy. And magnesium. Have Have you ever heard magnesium is responsible for like 300 different processes in the body? You know? Go figure. So when you take magnesium, it actually has a calming effect. People with muscle spasms, things like that, you may need magnesium, okay? Also, you may be low in B vitamins, okay? B vitamins are important for creating the neurotransmitters, the things that communicate. You know, your brain sends messages, right? You've got your brain, your central nervous system, brain and nervous, you know, spinal cord, and the nerves come out from there. And so these neurotransmitters have to be communicating. So there has to be free flow, again, of the chi. The blood has to be moving, and all this has to go to the organs, all right? So the B vitamins are very important for helping the body to create the neurotransmitters that it needs so that there's proper communication, and the messages coming into the nervous system can get to the brain, and then the brain can help say, okay, body, do this, you know, lower the blood pressure, or, you know, shunt me over some insulin here to metabolize this glucose or whatever. But sugar control is really, really important. I can't stress that enough. They're calling Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes. All the chronic lifestyle-related diseases are really due to one thing if you get down to it. Inflammation. And a lot of that is diet-related and the choices that each of us makes each and every day. So we have to be mindful that stress, chronic stress, again, we're not in a situation anymore where there's a tiger and we have to run away. No, our stress is continual. We never shut down, do we? Is there anybody in this room that ever feels, I mean, other than when you're on vacation, and then some of you I know are attached to your tablets and your iPhones and your computers and your laptop, you know, we're always on the go. So this chronic stress is going to really take its toll if we don't prioritize and make some good decisions. Okay, so we have a choice. Are we going to just let life happen to us, or are we going to control the quality of life that we have? Because we all want to have healthier, happier, more productive, more creative lives. And that's what I've dedicated myself to in my profession. Now I want to prove to you that there is such a thing as deficiency. Okay, so I chose a very simple test, and I've got some tests out at my table which we're happy to do for you. Pam, my friend, is helping me today. Thank you, Pam, for your help. We're checking blood pressure, and I'm checking the amount of oxygen saturation in your body. Okay, so that's over at the table. But right now, what I'm going to do is, Pam's going to help me. We're going to pass out. If you choose to participate, you don't have to. But I bought the zinc tally product so that we can check you for a zinc deficiency. Let me tell you about zinc. Go ahead and pass out a little medicine cup. Not the water cups, but you can give them a water cup too. Just in case, because you're gonna swish this around in your mouth. It's gonna, not now. Wait till everybody has it, and I'll give you the instructions. Okay?
So take one of each? Yeah, she'll tell you. Just
take one of each.
Yeah, take one of each.
Just in case, because I don't know whether you're gonna
water's in the water.
I don't know if you're gonna be one of the people that has the bad taste or doesn't have the bad taste. So just wait.
And
It's
take the
not
water
that
in case
bad.
the
It's not that bad.
The water's in the other cup.
It's not that bad.
Oh, I don't need it, because I know.
By the way, there's also
I'll come around.
going to be a drawing. Please stop by and put your business card or put your information, your cell phone, and your email in that, and we're raffling off dinner with the doc. That's me. And 2 tickets for the New World Symphony. So while she's passing that out, I'll just tell you that.
Can you repeat that, please?
We're having a drawing. Yes, so put your information in there.
Can you repeat that, Lynn, please, for everybody? Yeah, because I didn't hear you. What the raffle is.
Oh, the drawing? Yeah, dinner with the doc, that's me, and Samurai. Yay! Or 2 tickets for the New World Symphony.
Oh, that's great.
They're tonight, by the way. Whoa. Yeah, so I'm going to do that drawing tonight, and the other one I'm going to do tomorrow. So be sure and give me your info, the cell phone and all that, so I can go. Everybody have their zinc test? Okay, wait a minute. I have to tell you. I have to time it. Hold on. The water, it's just plain water in the paper cup. The other has this preparation of testing zinc. Okay. Now, it's just a small amount of solution, but it's enough. You just swirl it around in your mouth. I'm going to time 10 seconds. So you'll either swallow it if it's, you know, see what it tastes like, because I'm going to be going through 4 ways of describing the taste. And depending on how you experience it, that's how you're going to be able to tell if you're deficient in zinc or not. So swish it around your mouth. I'm going to time you 10 seconds.
Can
Go.
I ask you one question? What if you have a mint or gum or something in your mouth? Will that
Oh, well,
mess it up?
obviously, no, you shouldn't do that. And if you, it's most accurate if you have not eaten or drank anything in half an hour. So,
Okay.
but you've all been in here for half an hour, so. Everybody ready?
Yeah, can I have one more too?
One more?
Yeah, I drank mine.
She jumped the gun. It's okay.
Well, I kind of messed her up.
It's okay.
I'm not sure
While
where to
she's
go.
doing that, I'm just gonna tell you, usually if I do a presentation like this, it's a day or 2 days or 3 days. So I would invite you all, as my gift to you, I would like to invite you to come to my practice and have a 15-20 minute visit with me if you're experiencing any of those things that we talked about, which are stress-related symptoms. They're common, but they're not normal. It's not normal to have symptoms. Everyone thinks because it's so common that it's normal. It is not normal. So I'd invite each and every one of you. I have some appointment cards there where there's times. I'm starting early in the morning, 7 in the morning, and I work till late at night. I'm going to do it the next few days in my office, which is near Kendall and Dayland area. And the cards are there at my table. Pam will help you. And I'll be happy to see you 15-20 minutes to see whether there's something that you're suffering from that I might be able to alleviate that suffering. If I can't help you, I will tell you. I don't want you spending your time and money, so I'm doing this for free. I'm going to donate my time to help you guys because you showed up today, okay? And if I can't help you, I'm going to refer you to someone else. And basically, I want you to live a happier, healthier life. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, the offer's there. See my table, okay? So now, I'm going to time you 10 seconds. Get ready, get set. Notice the taste. Go. Swirl the little zinc sample around in your mouth. If it tastes okay, you can swallow it. Otherwise, spit it back into the cup. Notice what it tastes like. Okay. Now, how many of you had no specific taste? It was just like... Okay. Raise your hands if it tasted like nothing. Okay. I suspected that because most people are zinc deficient. You guys have a definite zinc deficiency, okay? And would respond positively to supplements of zinc. And there's good and bad manufacturers, so you have to be careful about that. Anyway, you don't just normally supplement with one thing. You have to look at the whole thing. So this is just a fun test. Now, how many of you had a horrible taste in your mouth? A strong, unpleasant taste? Noted immediately.
A little bit bitter.
Okay.
Bitter
Okay.
plain.
Almost too.
If it was almost immediate, then you're adequate. You don't need anything. Yeah, you guys are good. Now, there's a couple in betweens, okay? It's not so simple.
Go vegan.
So, if you had no immediate taste noticed, but after a few seconds, you noticed a slight taste, maybe it was furry or dry or mineral or sweet, okay, then that means that you might have a zinc deficiency, and, you know, but it's not so certain as if you didn't taste anything, okay? And then, if you had a definite taste sensation, but not strongly unpleasant, you noted the taste almost immediately and it intensified with time, then that once again signifies that you probably have enough zinc, okay? So that's the little zinc test, okay? So I'll be happy to talk with each of you at my table, and I thank you for your attention. Again, it'll be my pleasure to sit with you in my office 15-20 minutes. I'm not going to charge you. And yes?
Is there any other tests for testing those micronutrients that you might need?
There are many tests. There's very good tests now. One is called SpectraCell, and it tests for vitamin and mineral deficiency. And there's a test that is available to check for food sensitivities. There's all sorts of testing that's available. But I don't like to do a lot of testing on people, only when it's needed. So, but if you're not testing, you're guessing. So people with some severe symptoms, maybe someone in your family, or maybe you're not suffering, but you have a family member too, you know. Yes, there are very good tests that can be done, very simple blood tests. And some tests are done by urine, some saliva, and definitely. So I thank you for your kind attention. I hope you've learned some things that you can stop doing and some other things that you might want to start doing or consider doing. And I'm there for you if you need it. Thank you.
Thank you.